Madden 26 is officially right around the corner, my friends, with the trailer to the new game releasing just last week. Today's video, I will break down the important things in the trailer so we can fully understand what to expect in the game. It's clear they are focusing on realism and making the game feel like a real NFL Sunday game, starting with the 4 points that they emphasize at the end of the trailer, which is schemes, tendencies, weather, and traditions. It was very obvious that weather was a massive point of emphasis in Madden 26. They showed 4 crucial pictures for us to understand exactly what weather will be like in Madden 26. Starting off with the players that were slipping. 3 different slip animations it looked like, with the first one being Chase Brown. He was in the open field against the Ravens, I think it was, and had a minor slip into getting cracked in the open field. Not a slip that would really hinder the amount of yards that he would gain, but this was kind of showing that at any point of him catching the ball or running with the ball, he could slip if it seemed like his footing was misplaced or maybe he was stumble over in his own feet. So that was interesting for sure. The second one was Jordan Love. He slips up in the pocket but gets up right away and throws a dot over the middle probably. This was showing that even if a quarterback is in the pocket with no one around him, not really getting pressured at all either, that he could slip due to the fact that it was raining in the gameplay that they were showing. So that was another point of emphasis that they showed, that there can be a different mid-level slip as opposed to the Chase Brown slight stumble in the open field. And then the last slip that they showed was Ladd McConkey catching the ball near the sideline. Clearly tries to make a move upfield and has a massive slip where he almost falls down to the ground. Catches himself and it takes him a few seconds to get back up to his feet. So these were 3 major slip animations that they showed in the trailer. Pretty much just showing that, there's all different kinds of slip animations that you can make in Madden 26. Really the last clip that's worth talking about when it comes to weather was the part in the video when they're showcasing the Eagles and Rams game from last year that had a massive snow day, and really just showcasing that, hey, the snow games that you're going to have in Madden 26 are going to look really, really real in this game, and it definitely looked pretty good. Now, they didn't show anything when it comes to, the difference between maybe a rainy game and a snowy game, but it's safe to say that regardless if it's raining or snowing, your player is going to have some sort of high agility or high change of direction or something like that. Maybe they add a new stat in Madden this year that, goes hand in hand with the weather in the game, but it was definitely obvious that they really focused on making this game feel real as it possibly can compared to real life football. And that was definitely started with the idea that weather was going to play a massive role in Madden 26. Safe to say that when it comes to Ultimate Team, I will definitely be playing in a dome. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to be a dome person or you're going to play in the field and just, deal with the conditions as they're going to go. Staying with the theme of realism, which was the main thing about the trailer, was the throwing animations that they showed from Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. One of them being Patrick Mahomes when he was playing the Chargers, kind of running upfield just before the line of scrimmage and slinging it from the side of his body. They showed the actual throw that Patrick Mahomes made that day, and then the video game version of that throw. Same thing with Josh Allen, kind of a basic looking throw on the run that happened against the Broncos, I think, and then actually showing it in Madden 26. If we remember last year from Madden 25, they showed the throw of Patrick Mahomes diving to the ground and just being able to get the throw off. Can't say I saw that animation one single time playing Madden 25, but hey, these throws are a lot simpler to make that they showed in the trailer. So if they are really adding these side arm slings that look just like the player, then, we can't really complain about that. They're doing their best to make this game seem really, really real. On top of that game feeling really, really real, they showed a couple celebrations. The couple celebrations that they showed was Amon-Ra St. Brown standing on top of his head and DK Metcalf doing his little sign language thing that he would do. I think he was calling someone a baby or he's too small or something like that. But either way, they're trying their best. You know what I'm saying? They're showing some celebrations. If that's something that entices you to get the game, then hey, they did their job in the trailer. Not very important in my mind, especially for someone like me that's playing Ultimate Team. I don't really care too much about celebrations. It is cool that they're adding some new things to the game like this, but we don't really care about the celebrations. When it comes to traditions, which was a major point of emphasis that they were making towards the end of their trailer, they showed a ton of teams walking out onto the field before the game getting started. Really just like hype moments before the game. One of them being the Minnesota Vikings. They had Justin Jefferson coming out when it was like lit up in the crowd and smoke all over the place, and it seemed very cool and very real for sure. Sweet presentation there. They showed the skull guy that does the little clapping thing before the Minnesota Vikings game. They also showed, the Steelers, the Ravens right here with Lamar Jackson, flames around him with his arms up going out to the crowd. I think they also showed the Steelers and the Saints as well. So whatever traditions these teams have coming out to the field before the game even starts is going to be a part of Madden 26. So for your fans out there that are really, really true fans, depending on the team that you cheer for every Sunday and Monday, sometimes Thursday, your traditions are going to be shown into the game, which is definitely very, very cool. Again, for someone like me that's going to be doing Ultimate Team content, if that's something that's involved in Madden Ultimate Team, I'm going to head and go and skip it. But let me know in the comments below what team you support and the traditions that you're hoping are involved in Madden 26 this year. The last point of emphasis that we're going to touch on in today's video that was touched on in the trailer for this new game is going to be the schemes. They zoomed in on Dan Campbell and kind of showed that, hey, Dan Campbell looks like Dan Campbell, which is awesome. But when it comes to schemes, they showed coaches like Andy Reid with the Chiefs, McConnell with the Vikings, kind of showing them talking to their players and just pointing out that, hey, the schemes that you are expecting to see on Sunday with McConnell, Andy Reid, Sirianni with the Eagles, you're going to see in this game. They didn't show any highlight plays showing routes or maybe different kinds of blocking schemes or whatever. They didn't do any of that, but they showed the coaches talking to the players and really just making sure that we understand, hey, not only do the coaches look like the coaches, but hopefully the schemes are exactly what you're expecting with these certain coaches in the game. I tried my best in today's video to show you guys some of the most important tidbits, clips, and pieces of information that they dropped in the Madden 26 trailer. It's only June, so there's not really too much to get excited about, but they're really trying to harp on the realism when it comes to schemes, teams, traditions, weather, and just really the coaching in general. So let me know in the comments below if there was anything that I missed from the trailer, and let me know in the comments below if there was anything in the trailer that wasn't there that you really wish that they showed. Obviously, it's the first trailer, so they're not going to give away too much information, but it was definitely a very solid, very nice presentation. This is a brand new channel, Madden Ultimate Team channel, so if you're going to enjoy this kind of content moving forward, sub up for me please, leave a like on the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, peace.